Before you is the Keystone Company's 1913 Model T Ford truck. Since this is the San Jose Historical Museum, let's talk a little bit about the history of the Keystone business that surrounds this little truck. You know, when you talk about the Keystone Company, you're talking about one of the oldest establishments of its kind in the city. Way back in 1867, when this photograph was taken of Santa Clara Street, a company called the Coffee and Spice Mills was begun. As the city grew, the little coffee and roasting company continued to grow as well, going through several more name changes, one of which was the Eagle Coffee and Spice Mills. As shown here in this painting, it was located on East Santa Clara Street between 1st and 2nd Streets. At this point, we jump back a bit to 1885 when Ernest H. Renzel Sr. founded the Keystone Company. Here is one of the earliest photographs that survives of Keystone, dated 1905. The company dealt in groceries, butter, and eggs, and was located at 251 North Market Street. Next came expansion along Market Street between 1910 and 1916, as shown in these next photos. Modern vehicles were replacing the horse-drawn carriages. Then in 1916, Keystone made an acquisition that would forever change it. They acquired the Eagle Coffee and Spice Mills, which by then had become S.B. Hunkins and Company. This allowed Keystone to roast their own coffee, and it has continued to do so till this day. Associated Oil Company built a service station next door. This photo, taken in the 30s, shows the station as it was then. It now stands in the San Jose Historical Museum, a short walk away. Have a look after you visit here. To put the finishing touches on the history of Keystone, the Southern Pacific Railroad Depot, shown here at 1st and Bassett, was torn down in 1937, and in its place, a large complex of buildings were built for Keystone. But times change, and these too came down in 1989 to make way for new condominiums. But the Keystone Coffee enterprise survives today in 3 parts. The Keystone Coffee Company, still roasting, grinding, and shipping wholesale coffee products throughout the country. The Coffee Service Company, serving large corporations and businesses. And the Keystone Coffee Store on South 1st Street near San Carlos, where you can still enjoy a fresh cup of Keystone coffee. Speaking of South 1st Street, an interesting side note is that in the spring of 1890, the first section of pavement in San Jose went in between Santa Clara and San Salvador Streets, shown here during the annual South 1st Street Fair, or SOFA. So, that's it. The little Model T truck represents a coffee company which has descended from one of the oldest establishments of its kind in the city. Thank you for watching.